Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to a brand new episode of Boss Babes. I'm your host, Brittany Baldi, with a very special guest, Gordie Gronkowski JR. He is a very good friend of mine. I have not had him on here in literally a year and a half. He's over there flexing. It's freaking 9:15 a.m. He's hyped up. He's ready to go, drinking his ice shaker back there. But the last time Gordie came on his show, he was with his brother, Chris Gronkowski, and they were actually on episode 3 of our Lifestyle Sports podcast in studio. So I want to do a little bit of recap before we jump into Gronk Beach, of course. So last time Gordie was on the show, we talked all about Ice Shaker because Ice Shaker had basically just hit the market a little over 2 or so years ago. Rob, his brother, was actually in retirement. He wasn't even playing football, and Gronk fitness was a big thing like it has been for the last 30 plus years. So, Gordie, how the heck are you? I'm so happy to have you on here today.
Britt,
What up?
Like we hung out like 3 or 4 weeks ago, even though it's been like a year when we were at the Boston Bag.
It's wild. So for those of you guys that don't know, Gordie and I have known each other literally for like 10 years. So every time we jump on, and it's like our friendship like never skips a beat. So whether we see each other every day or every 2 weeks or once a year, we never skip a beat. So that's why I'm like, I need to get him on here. He needs to recap, and we need to hear about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's amazing. No, thanks for having me on this morning. I just got a workout in, so that's why I'm flexing. I already feel fresh, so I'm ready to rock and roll with you all morning. We could go for like 2 or 3 hours. Let's do this.
Flash forward. So we just talked about, again, Gordie was on here a couple years ago. You guys were at Gronk Beach. I know you were a big part of Gronk Beach in 2019. For those of you guys that don't know what Gronk Beach is, that took place in Miami, Florida. It was during Super Bowl weekend. Rob obviously wasn't playing at the time. So I wanted to ask you, what the heck? How was that experience like? And what was it like putting together such a sick event?
It's so crazy because, obviously, none of us have all been retired. We've been watching each other play sports since we were, little kids. So once Rob retired, he was the last one. So to be able to do a Super Bowl event last year and now see him play in the Super Bowl this year is so crazy. Like, it doesn't even seem real. But yeah, last year we were fortunate enough to put on Gronk Beach. We've always wanted to do something. Like, we even said it as, younger kids, like, how cool would it be if we could hire, our favorite artists, our really good friends, like Flo Rida and Rick Ross and Diplo and Blau, DJ Irie, and have them perform, and we get to just party and have fun. And on top of it, make some revenue on it. Like, we're like, this is incredible. And I feel like we threw one of the sickest events last year at the Super Bowl. Obviously, with everything going on, we weren't able to do Gronk Beach this year, but even more importantly, we won the Super Bowl. So that was even more insane. But yeah, it was awesome experience. Maybe in the future we'll do it again, but that was last year. And then now Rob's out of retirement and playing again. So, who knows what's going to happen next year.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my next question. Will there be another Gronk Beach? So stay tuned, guys. Obviously, with the pandemic and obviously with Rob being back with the NFL, we don't know if there will be another Gronk Beach anytime soon, but I'm sure the Gronkowski brothers have some magic worked up their sleeve. And for those of you guys that don't know who Gordie Gronkowski is, you must be living under a rock. He is like the biggest hype man of all time. He is literally an entrepreneur, loves to dance, loves to party, but more importantly, he loves to give back to the community, and we will be talking about that towards the end of the show. And to boot, he's the oldest of the 5 Gronkowski brothers. So again, if you don't know who Gordie Gronkowski is, feel free to look him up on social media, do a quick Google search, and you will find so much positivity about him. This guy literally shines the brightest light in any room that he walks into, full of energy. So back to Gronk Beach, before we even get into the Super Bowl, before we even talk about Rob's retirement, how was that whole experience at Gronk Beach? I know you kind of already touched upon it, but you were one of the main people that actually set that event up. So what is it like having to get into touch with all of these big name DJs and setting up the stage and worrying about the weather and getting the vendors there? Like, walk us through the process a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, actually.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of work. People think like, hey, we can just go and set up this event. There's a lot of unknowns. When doing it, first we found an incredible partnership with Medium Rare, with Adam and Joe, who do a lot of Shaq's events, and they were willing to partner up with us and make this work. And they made it a lot easier for our team to be able to work with them. They had experience doing Shaq's Funhouse in the past. As far as like weather, we wanted it to be on a beach. We wanted it to be during the day. And when we got there, we were literally watching the weather reports the day before, and we were like, oh my gosh, we might not get Gronk Beach in. And so if you don't get it in, there's a lot of insurance clauses and all this other stuff that you have to go through, and you're just losing your mind, and you're just watching the weather, and you're just praying that it holds off. Because if there's any sort of lightning or any torrential downpours, especially in Miami, we all know it rains, but usually it only rains for like 30 minutes and then you're good. When we got there, it literally was up to like the hour before, and we were able to pull it off. And at the back end of the show, about the last 20%, it poured out. But I feel like that's what made Gronk Beach also, because you had the sun, all the vendors, an amazing group of people. No one got arrested, no one got in trouble. It was so awesome and so clean and so much fun. And what better way to end it than a downpouring on the whole party? That's the best part about it, I think, now.
Actually, that's kind of true, because I remember seeing photos and watching some of the videos live, and you guys had the water like directly behind you anyways, the water in the sense that you had the ocean right there. You're in Miami. It's very nice out. I'm assuming it was warm. So at that point, it's like, who gives a crap if it's raining out? A lot of these people probably had swimsuits on or shorts. People probably freaking had some drinks, partied their butts off, and then jumped in the ocean anyway. So they had the pregame wetness going on, I guess.
Oh, absolutely.
So I wanted to ask you, what was it like dancing on the stage? Did you have any favorite DJs that were there? I know you helped book some of the DJs, so they were all of your favorite DJs, I would assume. But what was it like being on stage and just like partying it up? Because it was like a long freaking event. If I remember correctly, because I actually almost went to it, guys. I forget why I didn't end up going. I think I had to do something for work. But I do believe it was like a 6 or 7 long day, like a full day on the beach for Gronk Beach.
It was, I think it was about 4 hours, but most people, 4 or 5 hours, but most people obviously start trickling in a little late. But yeah, everything was on the beach for the most part. It was just really cool how they set up each vendor, the way they set up their booth. It was a different experience that no one's ever had before. So, hopefully we can do it in the future, but, we just wanted to make it fun, and we've always wanted to have our favorite DJs and everyone up there. And it was awesome to be on stage singing with them and dancing with them. We had Papa Gronk on stage going crazy. We were shooting off the champagne bottles. It was just a different type of experience that we've always wanted to do. And I think it was really successful, the first one. And, who knows if we'll do it in the future or not. We just have to see what happens with everything going on right now.
Well, it sounds like you guys had an incredible time. I'm kind of jealous. I wish I was there. You guys are now listening to Gordie Gronkowski Jr. He's actually the oldest of the 5 Gronkowski brothers. He's an entrepreneur, fitness guru, and absolutely just crushes it in the dance game. One of the biggest hype men I've ever met in my life. Again, I've known this man for like 10 years. Very good friend of mine. I'm always so happy to bump into him, whether it's at an event or we're hanging out with our group of friends or just having him on the podcast, because he just literally brings the energy. So let's hop right into it. So obviously Rob was in retirement for about a year and a half. He comes out of retirement. What the heck was that announcement like? Like, how hyped up were you? Give us some backstory on how excited you were when Rob made that announcement that he was coming out of retirement.
I think the biggest thing is for any player, if your body's not feeling right, and you can't force yourself to go back and play if your mind and body aren't right, if you're not really enjoying the game. And a lot of us and most players have been at that position before. And it's not an easy decision because you love football, but if you're not enjoying football because you're hurt or beat up, that's when it's time to have to give it up to get yourself right first. And he was at that point, and that's what he did. He decided to retire. And he said, hey, if I can get my body where I need it to be, if I can get my mind where I need it to be, and if I enjoy playing football again and I get that kick to want to go back, it has to be the right decision. It has to be the right team, and it has to probably be with Tom. And, all those things fell into play. And we were having a great conversation coming back from my mom's on Thanksgiving back to Tampa. And, we were kind of talking about, what's with everything going on in the world right now. It was probably one of the coolest decisions you made, because I don't know what else you would be doing right now, because you can't really shoot the movies and be in LA and do all the things you thought you were going to do after you retired potentially. But now he got to go back and he's playing football and having a blast again, with his body actually feeling amazing. So for the first time since 2014, He played every single game. So it's a testament about, getting your body right, getting your mind right. And the hours that this kid puts into his body and working out, each day. I work out a lot. I'm into fitness. Yes, we've owned Gronk Fitness. We believe in fitness. But this kid puts more time into himself to get his body right, to be able to be on the field, to be the best teammate he can be out there every single day. And you can see it and why he's, had the opportunity to play every single game this year. And that's why I'm so proud of him, because that is a lot of hard work and dedication that people just don't want to put into it, So, that's what's so amazing. And that's what I'm so proud of him for, the way he came back and was able to win the Super Bowl and almost be MVP is just even on top of everything he already did.
I love the fact that you hit upon the point of keeping your mind and body right. Obviously, Rob has been playing since a very young age, probably beat his body up a lot like most professional athletes do. So I think it's amazing that he was able to take that time off, recoup, recover, and come back stronger than ever. And I love how you just touched upon the point that he really wanted to be alongside Tom Brady. So I wanted to ask you, because that was my next question, how was it seeing him play alongside Tom Brady for a full season, but in a completely different state with a whole new jersey? And I think it's super cool that Tom kept the number 12 and Rob was able to keep number 87.
Yeah, I mean, they've been great friends since day one. Since Tom and Rob went into the league, Tom kind of took him under his wing. And obviously we know they set so many records together and they talk all the time, and they're good buddies. So I don't really ever see him playing for another QB, until Tom retires, but you just never know. I don't know what's in his mind for the near future or what he's thinking, but for them to go back on there and to be able to gel that quickly and pick up from where they left off, it made sense, because they both believe in the same thing. Their mindsets are the same. And, the way they were able to just pick it up again, and it was unbelievable, So I was so happy for both of them. The stuff Tom does at TB12 that people don't want to believe in or want to try to mock, everything he does is going to be better for your body and to help get you to the next level. There's nothing out there like what he does, and the way they train and the way they take care of their bodies over at TB12. So, it made sense. I do that stuff, but most people don't want to do it. And again, it's the time and the commitment and the mindset to get and do all those workouts and get all the body work done, the massages, the ice baths, the eating right. People don't want to do that, the not drinking alcohol, just really focusing on the body. It's not easy, but that's why these guys are at the top of their game, because they do all those things. I'm so happy for both of them. They both deserve it, because there's no better two people in the world that give back, in the community for charity than Tom and Rob. And, I was just so proud of both of them for winning it again.
Well, congratulations to both Rob Gronkowski and obviously Tom Brady as well. And congratulations to you and your family, because you guys are able to celebrate this celebration with Rob, with your family, with all of your friends. Stick with us, guys. We are going to be talking about their Super Bowl and also the Super Bowl parade from Gordie Gronkowski's perspective. He is one of the biggest hype men ever, so we have to hear it from his mouth. I wouldn't want to hear it, to be honest, from anybody else's mouth besides the oldest of the 5 Gronk bros. But stay with us. I'm actually going to pop up this phone number because Fred Collin is actually a good friend of both Gordie and I's. And I actually love Green Team Junk Removal. So please give 508-361-0519. Give Fred Collin a phone call at Green Team Junk Removal, 508-361-0519. He lives in the Massachusetts area. If you guys need anything removed, whether it be from your home, your apartment, a business, Fred will show up with his team in a COVID-friendly way, because they're following all the COVID protocols. Show up, haul away all of the unused items that you guys don't need anymore. He will dispose of them in an eco-friendly way, so the items actually don't end up in a landfill. He actually donates 80% of what he hauls away to the Habitat for Humanity as well. So again, Fred Cullen is awesome. He's a friend of both Gordie and I. 508-361-0519. Awesome family-owned company as well. Let's hop back into it. So Gordie, we have to talk about the Super Bowl. What the heck was it like in Tampa? I know you probably have been to a number of the Super Bowl parades and parties in New England, of course. But before we even talk about the parade, how the heck was Tampa? Did you guys have a suite when you watched the game? What was the whole setup like? Walk us through the whole setup in Tampa.
So it was crazy. Before we even got to Tampa, we had so many different events lined up, which was really cool. And that's what makes the Super Bowl so much fun, is being able to do different events, being able to give back. Started on Thursday when I actually did a home run derby versus Matt Joyce, who's been a legend in Major League Baseball. He's been in the league for, going on his 13th year, has over 200 home runs. And I was trying to do a Gronk Fitness F45 class because he owns some F45s in Tampa. And I was also trying to do another event with him earlier in the year, and he just we couldn't connect. So he kind of challenged me to a home run derby, and I was like, dude, finally we can do an event together. So we actually did an event for the community. We had a home run derby. We had some awesome kids out there from professional baseball, and then we had some kids coming up through high school that we allowed to play too. So Thursday night it started. We did a home run derby for the community. I lost in overtime, which was insane. I did not have a good performance. Matt took me out with the final swing, but we're going to have to do a rematch on that. So I'm coming at you, Joyce, just so you know. Friday was even crazier because we did a fitness workout in the morning, and then we actually had an event at the Postcard Inn in St. Pete. And we did a volleyball tournament, cornhole. We had outdoor dancing. We had a DJ, and we sponsored it with View, which is our new vitamin T drink coming out in an aluminum bottle, which is great for the environment. 10 of your essential vitamins, tea-based. So View sponsored the event. We had all our friends and family there. We had everyone on the beach outside. It was safe. We had Cisco Brewery. We had Shipyard. So we had just an incredible atmosphere. We had so many people out on the beach in, the safest way possible, and just living life and giving back to everyone, because we didn't want to be inside. We wanted everyone to be outside because it was 78 degrees and sunny. And then it just kept going. Saturday morning, we woke up and we did a hot yoga class at Body Electric. And then right after, we drove to Clearwater and we did Celebrity Sweat, me and Chris. And it was great. Doug Flutie was our quarterback, and we were playing versus Tracy McGrady and all the celebrities on his team. I came out of the gate hot. I had an interception on Tracy McGrady. I had 2 touchdowns. And I'm like, Chris, you got to get a touchdown, dude. I never even played football. I'm showing you up right now, And so Flutie throws it right in Chris's hands like this, goes right through his hands. I'm like, no wonder.
Oh my gosh. It sounds like Chris Gronkowski's a little rusty over there.
I was like, Chris, no wonder you're not in the league anymore, I was like, you had 1 touchdown from Romo your whole life, and now you can't catch a ball from Flutie? Like, come on. So
oh my gosh. Poor Chris.
So it was great, though, because The Miz from the WWE was on Tracy McGrady's team, and Titus O'Neil from the WWE was on our team. And The Miz was eating Chris alive. Like, dude, that's why your brother Rob's the only one in the league still. You can't catch. Like, it was so funny. I was crying on the sidelines because The Miz was just eating Chris up. And I'm like, Chris, you got to catch the ball, dude. You can't make our fam look like that, So we had an incredible time, though, at Celebrity Sweat. Doug Flutie's one of the nicest human beings in the world. He's always doing stuff for charity and for people, too. So it was great to play on his team. We lost in the final play of the game. Then we had an event that night at the pier in St. Pete called Tiki. So it's outdoor cabanas. So we had another event Saturday night. And then Sunday morning, we did another workout on the beach. And we opened it up to the community, and we had a ton of people show up there. We had Bump Box sponsored it. We had View Drink sponsored it. So it was just like crazy all the way up to the Super Bowl. But the biggest thing was we got our workouts in every morning, even though we were out every night. So that's always huge, to make sure you're taking care of the body the Gronk Fitness way. So if you're going to party hard, you got to, and play hard, you got to make sure you get those workouts in still so you feel amazing. And then the game came. Obviously Sunday night was the Super Bowl game. We did a tailgate around the corner. Just insane. Like, just anytime you go to the game and you want to get there early so you can watch the whole setup, the pregame, the fireworks, national anthem, and then, obviously all the jets that come over. It's almost a show itself is the first hour of, before the game. It was awesome. I sat with my brother Glenn, my mom, a couple of our friends. We had an incredible time, and obviously we all know the outcome of the game. Tampa won it, took home another Super Bowl for the family. So that's 4 rings for Rob, 1 ring for Glenn. That's 5 rings in the family. So I think between Rob and Glenn, they should give each bro a ring, so all 5 bros have a ring. You know, I think that's just how it should be now. You know, now that we have 5 rings in the family, because that would only be fair, right?
That would only be fair. They're gonna have to write that in the will that the 5 bros get a ring somehow, some way.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And then, you know, after the game, the best part about it was we weren't supposed to go on the field, me and Glenn. And so me and Glenn snuck on the field, and you just got to pretend like you know what you're doing. And so we go chasing after Rob right on the field. You know, there's not many people on there. We're chasing after him. I'm videotaping Glenn. He jumps on Rob. Rob turns around. He's like, bros, how'd you guys get on the field?
Oh my gosh, you guys are lucky you didn't get tackled like the freaking streaker.
Yeah.
Holy cow, Gordie.
Too. So anyways, yeah, it was great. But no, we were on with all the families and stuff. We just had to kind of sneak on because me and Glenn were like, dude, we're going on the field. We just won a Super Bowl. Like, we got to go see bro and get him hyped up. You know what I'm saying? And it was awesome. The first person I saw on the field was Joe Gilbert. And before the season, he hasn't even met Rob yet. He met me. He's one of the offense coordinators. He goes, yo, Gordie. He's like, dude, you guys are going to love it here. It's amazing. So when I ran out there, Joe's like, Gordie, how are you on the field right now? Come give me a hug. So we had the best time ever. Then, you know, the after party at the aquarium with the team, the family, the people. It was such an incredible setup. They had a Ludacris play. Then they had Migos play. We were up all night, right? All the brothers just having the best time ever, dancing, living life. And all of a sudden, like, our dad hit us up. He's like, hey, guys, we're going to Disney in the morning. And we were like, wait, what? They're like, yep, the cars will be here at 8. Dude, all of us were struggling. Like, me and Glenn couldn't get in the car. We had to stay back. So the rest of the family went to Disney. And, we had too much fun partying that night. We were living life. So, you know, we didn't want to have to be in the car all day and suffer being in Disney.
Oh, my God.
All hungover. So, yeah, it was an absolutely incredible experience, like from the beginning to the way, you know, Rob decided to come back to what happened to after party. You know, it was absolutely insane. And then the biggest part after they won the Super Bowl was the parade, the boat parade. And that was unbelievable on the water. Like, you know, I've been on every duck boat, but to be on the boat parade was just a whole different experience. You know, we were throwing the football back and forth between the boats. You know, some people were like, it would hit their hands and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't catch it. And then they would fall over the side of their boat. Like, it was crazy.
Which boat were you on? Did you have like your own family boat? Were you with some of the players? Whose boat were you actually on? I followed some people's Instagram stories, including your own. I want to give you guys some backstory on Gordie. Again, such a hype man. I literally woke up at like 8 a.m. that day. I creeped on Gordie's Instagram story and I saw I like literally DM'd him right away. I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. It was Gordie at like freaking 8 or 9 a.m. shirtless, carrying one of those huge, like old school 90s beat boxes with a Tampa Bay logo. And it literally was him playing, "We are the champions, my friends." So I literally like took that and had to reshare it out. Which boat were you on? Were you with the family? Who were you with?
So it was crazy. Like, they didn't even know the boat parade was going on Wednesday. So like, we were all playing cornhole, like all the brothers at Dad's house. And Rob had no idea what was even going on either. And he's like, dude, how do you kind of know what's going on? And I don't even know what's going on. I was like, one of the season ticket holders just hit me up, who I'm pretty good friends with. And he's like, hey, this is the way it's working. Like, you can go on all the players' boats or you can get your own boat with your family. And of course, the boat we were going to be on was my buddy's yacht, which was the biggest boat in the parade. But we didn't know the situation. So we were like, hey, dude, you go do your thing. And he's like, yeah, I'm just going to go with the players. But then he saw us come by on the yacht and he was on this smaller boat. And he's like, what the heck? So he was like, I want to get up on that boat. But there was no way to get him up on the yacht once he went by. It was so funny. But yeah, we pulled up. I saw, you know, Coach Arians. I saw, you know, Alex Guerrero, Tom. Everyone was firing the ball back and forth to each other. And then Tom threw the trophy over to Cameron Brate, who caught a nice touchdown pass with the Lombardi trophy, which was insane. And that went absolutely viral because that was so dangerous. If he would have dropped it in the ocean, that thing would have been gone.
Speaking of the Lombardi Trophy, for those of you guys that don't know, Rob is notorious for having, and I know you love to joke about this, Gordie, for having dented a Lombardi Trophy in the past. I think he swung a Lombardi Trophy like a baseball bat, whacked a ball. There's now a dent in it. So I wonder if there's going to be any other dents in future Lombardi Trophies, whether it's from your brother or Tom or somebody else on the team. So I think that's hilarious that Tom was throwing the Lombardi Trophy back and forth. But honestly, I think it was great being able to see Tom out there having fun, letting loose, because everybody knows him as this, like, not that he wasn't professional. He obviously is a professional at all times, but he was out there having fun, letting loose, celebrating his freaking 7th ring. Dude, if that was me, I'd be out there having a good time too. And his kids were there. I mean, the guy obviously couldn't have been being that crazy if his kids were with him. So I think people need to calm down a little bit and let the guy live his life.
Yeah, it was just great to see him, like, how happy he was and loose and having fun with his teammates and friends and family. You know, that's what really it's all about. So, you know, he had some of that avocado tequila, and, you know, he had probably 2 shots of it, 2 drinks, and he was probably good because the guy probably hasn't drank in like 2 years. So you don't need much when you haven't drank in that long.
Is that a real thing? So I saw that posted online, avocado tequila. I'm like, dude, is he just making this up because he loves avocado? Is that like a real thing?
I was just making it up too, but who knows? He probably had avocado as his, you know, instead of a lime, he probably had an avocado. And so he took the tequila, you know, licked the salt, took the tequila, ate the avocado. That's probably what happened, you know?
That probably is what happened. You guys are now listening to Gordie Gronkowski Jr. He is absolutely amazing. He's a good friend of mine. He's actually the oldest of the 5 Gronkowski brothers. You guys are listening to us talk all about Rob coming out of retirement, his other bros. It looks like Gordie went to the Super Bowl with Glenn Gronkowski, Chris Gronkowski, Mama Gronk was there, Papa Gronk was there. It sounds like the whole crew was at the most recent Super Bowl down in Tampa for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Obviously, they won the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. You also heard Gordie recently talk about some of the really cool charity events that they were involved in, like the Home Run Derby with Matt Joyce. Matt Joyce actually, I believe, just went over to the Phillies organization, but for a number of years, he was actually playing with the Miami Marlins. And for those of you guys that don't know, I want to talk about you, Gordie, for a little bit. So I don't know if you guys actually know this, but Gordie is the only one out of the 5 bros that didn't play professional football. However, you can see him swinging the little bat right now. He did play professional baseball. He was drafted by the LA Angels in 2006. So, Gordie, now that we're on the topic of the Home Run Derby, I know you didn't win it. However, let's talk a little bit about your pro baseball career. What was that experience like being drafted in 2006 and being the only bro to not play pro football, but freaking pro baseball?
Yeah, but I showed the bros, you know, how I played football in the charity event, you know, this past weekend, and how to catch, you know, at least 2 touchdowns and how to have an interception. So they know it's in me. I just never played it. You know, coming from Buffalo, I only played baseball, hockey, basketball. So those were kind of my sports at the time. So, hey, I'm not mad about it. I went to 2 Little League World Series. I had an opportunity to get a full scholarship to go to Florida and play for Jacksonville University, and, you know, and got drafted and played 6 years in the minor leagues, you know, with my back issues, had some incredible, you know, years. But, hey, it was one of the best experiences of my life, and I met so many amazing people, and, you know, I can't ever take back, you know, what I got out of the minor leagues and trying to make it to the big leagues. It was so much I learned through leadership, teamwork, how to actually, you know, manage, you know, your schedule, and how to play 152 games in 164 days is one of the toughest things to do with spring training and with the playoffs. So won a couple minor league rings. So that was cool too.
Sounds like you absolutely crush it. Your whole family is very much so into sports, being fit, and just absolutely crushing the athletic game. I don't know what the heck. There's Gordie right there flexing.
That's how you stay fit, all right? Gronk Fitness.
Gronk Fitness, baby. We're going to be talking about that shortly. But I don't know what the heck is in Mama Gronk and Papa Gronk's genetics. I know that you love to call Papa Gronk the creator, but I don't know how the heck your 2 parents, Mama Gronk and Papa Gronk, were able to produce 5 athletic, like crazily athletically fit men. Like it's bizarre. Like they need to like preserve their genetics or something for like the future. But speaking of you being a professional or former professional athlete playing baseball, again, I think it's super cool that out of the 5 bros, you actually played or went down the route of a different sport. You just talked about touchdowns. You absolutely crushed it with Doug Flutie. You made your brother, Chris, who also played in the NFL, not look that great. But let's go back to Rob for a little bit. I know he had 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl. How freaking cool was it watching your brother come out, having a pretty good season, playing alongside Tom, and having 2 touchdowns in the freaking Super Bowl? How awesome is that? What was that experience like watching that in person?
I've been watching that since, middle school / high school. So it wasn't anything. It was like shocking. I felt like he was going to have a great game either way, just because they prepare so well, and they play around like the defense of the other team and what, where the weaknesses are. And they're just so smart. They know how to spread the ball. They have so many talented players. So it was awesome to see. Obviously, Robbie had 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl, which was absolutely incredible. But I wasn't like I didn't expect it or it was shocking, because he's been doing this, and all my brothers have been doing crazy stuff like this for years. So it's just an incredible experience.
So let me ask you, obviously watching all of your brothers play pro sports for all these years, and yourself, like we just mentioned, you guys are all very athletically gifted. Out of the full Super Bowl experience, the most recent one with Tampa Bay, what are your 2 top favorite memories, whether it be something that happened on the boat parade or with the celebrity charity events that you're involved in, or while you were hanging out with your family at the actual Super Bowl? 2 of your top memories that you could share with the listeners right now on the BosBabes Lifestyle Sports Podcast.
That's a great question. I think my first amazing memory would be our friend in the WWE, Mojo Rawley's pregame speech before going into the Super Bowl this year was absolutely electric. Oh my gosh. He had everyone at the tailgate going like their hearts were going like this, ready to run through the stadium. So that was one of the, my most hypedest speech I've ever heard before going into the stadium and at the tailgate party. It was Mojo Rawley's pregame speech that got me so fired up, and I was like running through like the gate pretty much to get inside because I was so amped. And then the other one was the day of the boat parade. Glenn acted as Brady and I acted as Rob, and I snapped him, an adult beverage, and I did a few jukes on the boat, and I jumped off the end of the boat in the ocean. Glenn hit me with a perfect pass, but then I was upset because I lost my brand new Pit Viper sunglasses. So I'm going to have to ask them if I can get another pair.
Or you guys can get some snorkel gear and try to do some deep sea diving and try to find the sunglasses.
At the bottom of that ocean right now.
Oh my gosh, I love those 2 memories. You guys sounded like your whole family had such a blast. Again, congratulations to your family. Congratulations to Rob. Obviously, big congrats to Alex Guerrero, Tom Brady's family, and the whole Tampa Bucks team. I am so happy that I have you on here today, Gordie, because I wouldn't want to hear this from anybody's mouth besides yours, because I know you tell it like it is. You love to have fun. I want to talk about some of your charity stuff. We're going to wrap up the Super Bowl. We're going to wrap up the parade. The BosBabes Lifestyle Sports Podcast is all about charity, all about giving back, and how our guests give back. If you guys don't know about the Gronkowski bros, dude, they put in work. They party hard. They work hard. They play hard, but more than anything, they give back in a very hard way. They're always Gronking out gyms. They have the Gronk Nation Youth Foundation. They do hospital visits. You name it, they give back in a number of ways. So, Gordie, I want to talk to you about what you have been doing recently. I know stuff's a little bit different due to the pandemic, but I know you recently just did something in Maine, and I know that you're always donating cookies and drinks and doing hospital visits. What have you been up to lately?
No, I appreciate you asking that. And that's the biggest thing, is giving back. We just try to, through our energy, we like to see other people just smile and have fun. And, we try to give back, through our personalities and the way we are as brothers. But, we try to doing events as well. So some of the events we recently did, like before the Super Bowl, we actually had a celebrity cornhole / tailgate tournament, and 2 Super Bowl tickets were donated to the winner of the actual cornhole tournament. So we played cornhole with a bunch of different teams. So like we had Tfue, who's one of the biggest gamers in the world. We had Savage. We had Tfue's dad. We had WWE superstar Mojo Rawley. We had Ryan Cabrera, Black Tip H. Devin Larratt, the world's strongest arm wrestler that we did a YouTube video with on the Gronk Bros YouTube channel. We had the Ireland brothers that we did some awesome stuff with on our YouTube channel as well. And Charlie, who's one of the, most famous YouTube stars, from YouTube as well. So the cool thing is we had so many different people from all walks of life and the way they've been successful and the way they are celebrities to be able to do this huge cornhole tournament. And, when it was all said and done, we took down Low Cash. We took down all these, Mojo's team. And then we had to play my brother, Chris and Dan in the final cornhole tournament for the 2 Super Bowl tickets. And Papa Gronk, the creator, from Matt Harvey, when we were on Family Feud, named him the creator. Me and Papa Gronk took it down. So the cool thing was we took the 2 Super Bowl tickets and we actually gave them to the Gronk Nation Youth Foundation. And we were able to, raise some money for our foundation and also give 2 lucky people an opportunity to come to the game this year and go to the Super Bowl. At the time, we obviously had no idea that Tampa was going to be in it, versus Kansas City. But that was one of the coolest, charity cornhole tailgates that we've ever done earlier in the season. And then right when I got back from Tampa, I actually drove to Rangeley, Maine for the cystic fibrosis snowmobile, huge charity event. So it's like the biggest snowmobile gathering in the world up in Rangeley, Maine. And I went straight up there a couple days ago. I went from 82 degree and sunny to -6 and snowy, made the best time out of it. We had an absolute blast out there. They raised a ton of money for cystic fibrosis. It's great to be able to go up there. I was a little run down, because, you travel that much. It kind of you start to get, the body starts breaking down. You don't get good sleep. You're in all these different beds, but you know what? We made it work. We had a blast. And that's what it's really all about is, giving back, doing all these events. As much fun as we love having fun at the events too. So we can help other people out. Why having fun? It's better for everyone.
It's literally incredible how much you give back personally and how much the Gronkowski family as a whole gives back. Obviously, you just talked about some most recent events that you did. You did a ton of charity events while you were at the Super Bowl. So you guys are listening to Gordie talk about partying and having fun, but he also helped raise money and did a ton of charity work while he was down there. So I think that part of the reason why I love having this podcast, having athletes on here and their significant others and whatnot, is because I like to showcase the positives that they do. People just look at pro athletes, they're like, oh, whatever. They do this, they're on the field, they work out. It's like, no, yes, they do all that stuff, but they give back so much. And I love having this platform to be able to highlight that. So again, guys, the Gronkowski brothers have the Gronk Nation Youth Foundation. They do a ton of hospital visits. Obviously right now, they're probably not due to the pandemic, but they've done a ton in the past and probably will in the present. They are always gronking out gyms and literally always gronking out gyms, local high schools in the Massachusetts area. They are always crushing it. So Gordie, I'll ask you, do you have any upcoming events that people can either donate to or look forward to or attend?
Actually, there's not much going on. Like, obviously the last 6 weeks have been so insane with the amount of events and things we have done. So I'm trying to take a little bit of breather to get my balance back, get my fitness back, and kind of get back on right track with, Gronk Fitness and work and our new beverage View. So yeah, we're giving back this way by creating a better beverage for you with 10 of your essential vitamins. And it's a vitamin tea. People love their tea in the morning. They love their vitamins in the morning. We're putting it into an aluminum bottle and making one of the healthiest, best ever beverages out there that'll be out in May as well. But as far as events go right now, we don't have much going on in the next few weeks, but I kind of need a little bit of breather anyways to get back on track. But when we do, people know about it. So we love the support. We love to give back to everyone as well. So it works out both ways. So we'll let you know when it's out there and we have some more stuff going on.
Awesome, guys. You guys can keep posted on Gordie Gronkowski's personal Instagram. We will shout that out at the end of the show. But again, you are listening to the oldest of the 5 bros of the Gronkowski brothers. His name is Gordie Gronkowski Jr. Why? Because obviously Papa Gronk is the original creator, and his name is also Gordie. So Gordie was actually named after the creator, which I think is amazing. You are hearing him talk about charity, how him and the Gronkowski brothers and the whole family at large give back. I want to hop into companies. So not only do the Gronkowski brothers party hard, work hard, play hard, give back in a good way, they are all freaking entrepreneurs. They are always crushing it, motivational speakers, you name it, they do it. So I know we've been talking about View Drink. We're going to be talking about that a little bit more very shortly. We've been poking the bear at Gronk Fitness, and I know that we talked about it already in our first show in July of 2019, I believe. But let's talk about Gronk Fitness a little bit. I'm a big supporter of that brand. I love you guys as a family.
Thanks.
Discuss Gronk Fitness. I know your dad was one of the founders of that brand, and I know you help out a ton with Gronk Fitness. So let's discuss Gronk Fitness, then Ice Shaker, and then View Drink.
Let's rock out.
Let's go. So Gronk Fitness, let's go.
Yeah. So our father started G&G Fitness and Gronk Fitness. We were born and raised in Buffalo, New York, 30 years ago. So we're on our 30th year of decking out fitness centers, decking out your home gym. If you need any type of fitness equipment at all, keep us in mind, from bands to kettlebells, the plyo boxes, recumbent bikes, treadmills, ellipticals, home gyms, flooring, turf. From beginning to completion, we are a one-stop shop for all your fitness needs. We are the top 2 largest fitness companies in the United States. We have over 100 employees, and we service mainly the Northeast. So we're in about 13 states throughout the Northeast. We grow organically. We're family owned. So we really like helping, giving back to health and fitness and decking out your gym. So we have done so many new high schools around the Boston, New England area. We did 13 new Boston police stations. We did new fire stations. We do multi-housing, colleges, NFL teams, high school. So whatever it is, we do. So if you guys need fitness equipment, you know anyone who needs a $5 jump rope to a $300,000 gym, we're your one-stop shop. So make sure that you hit us up at, Gronk Fitness. You can always follow me on Insta, give me a shout. Most people already know if you're in the fitness industry who I am, so I can help you guys out. But yeah, it's been, an incredible 30 years. And over COVID, I think more than ever, health and fitness is probably one of the biggest things for your health right now. And we have absolutely blown up because everyone wants stuff for their home right now. So people have been coming into our retail stores throughout New York, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. We have 13 stores where you come in and you buy your treadmills, cardio equipment, gym equipment for your home. And people have just been coming in and getting all their equipment. We've been sold out for forever, but it keeps coming in, it keeps going out. So if you guys need anything, let us know. We'd love to take care of you for some home fitness equipment and some commercial fitness equipment.
So definitely hit up Gronk Fitness. Again, guys, you are now listening to Gordie Gronkowski. They're all about health, all about fitness, all about longevity and keeping those muscles pliable and working properly. Because say you live 100 years, but your body feels like crap. I see Gordie flexing over there. Your body feels like crap. That's no fun. You have to do the work, put in the work, eat healthy, stay hydrated. Even if you're having fun and drinking on the weekends, get your freaking Gronk Ice Shaker, throw some water in there, throw some View Drink in there, stay hydrated and take your vitamins. You're showing the Gronk Ice Shaker. I actually have my own ice shaker. I absolutely love it. It actually is super insulated, doesn't smell like crap like a lot of those shakers that you buy at a store. It's not plastic. It's not cheap. It's very well made. In my opinion, I think it's better than a freaking Yeti. So let's talk about the ice shaker, why you guys created this brand, and how freaking awesome is it? You guys can actually get them customized too. You can actually go through either Gordie or Chris, I believe. And if you have a company, you can get a ton of them made up. You can get your own logo. You can get your name put on it. If you're a bride, you can get your husband's future name on it. Let's talk about Ice Shaker, Gordie.
So Ice Shaker was actually, created from our brother, Chris. So when he got done playing 4 years in the NFL, Chris is a beast. He is in amazing shape. He wanted to, bring something to the gym in Texas where his drink or his protein shake wasn't getting bad while he left it in his car. And he's like, dude, I'm sick of all these plastic bottles. I want to create something that's better than a Yeti and create a better experience, for people who have ice shakers or water bottles. So, he started the ice shaker. We went on Shark Tank a few years ago. We had 5 offers from all 5 sharks. Barbara is my favorite shark because she let me sit on her lap and she said she'll just pay us to hang out with her. That was really cool, and I wanted to hang out with her because, she's a good-looking older lady.
Oh my gosh, I freaking love you for that comment. Shout out to Barbara Corcoran.
So anyways, yeah, we had 5 offers. We ended up signing with Mark Cuban and Alex Rodriguez. And from there, the rest of history, we became one of the biggest ice shaker water bottle companies in the world. And we laser engrave. It's pop top, so keeps your drink from not spilling. Has a little cute handle on it. The best thing about our bottles too is every single bottle fits in your cup holder. A lot of people, like, you know, they don't fit in there. Then you throw them on your seat, the passenger seat, and they kind of leak. But it's vacuum insulated. It keeps your drink cold up to 32 hours. And it has a little agitator in the inside that you can actually keep lemons or limes and let the water flow right through it, like real nice and easy. So if you don't have an ice shaker, get one, hit me up. See, Gronk Fitness, we put all your logos on it, so it's a great gift at the holidays as well. And you can let people rock around with your logo. It's free advertising, you know. So, yeah, it's been an incredible experience, and Shark Tank really helped us out, and we had an absolute blast when we were on there.
I love Ice Shaker. I love Gronk Fitness. As you guys know, if you guys have been listening or watching the show from the beginning, we actually used to roll Ice Shaker commercials within our show live. So we have been big fans of Ice Shaker from the jump, from the start. So View Drink, Gordie, I need to hear all about View Drink. You've been drinking it throughout the whole morning so far. From what I've learned so far is that it's a vitamin T. I think it comes in a couple flavors, so we'll have you talk about the flavors. It's coming out, guys, this May, so be on the lookout. We'll have Gordie talk about where they're going to be. But he did tell me something a little bit earlier that you could buy the packages right now. The powder packets you can purchase online. So Gordie, talk about View Drink and what's going on with this drink.
Yeah, so everything's been based around health and fitness. You know, that's what we do. Gronk Fitness, Ice Shaker. And now we wanted to create something, you know, that's better for our bodies. On-the-go snacks that are going to be actually help you out, you know. And there's not a lot out there. When you go in a convenience store, there's not many drinks. There's not many snacks that you can grab that are actually healthy for you. And when you do get the almonds and the peanuts and stuff, you kind of get sick of those after a while. So that's kind of the goal of what we're currently doing. So we came out with a company called View, and it's to view what goes in your body. It's what your view is going to be, you know. So if you put your 10 essential vitamins in your body in the morning, or if you're hungover and really want to feel better, you want to drink something like this, you know. So it's fully 100% recyclable for the environment, so it's environment safe. And then, like I was telling you before, 10 of your essential vitamins tea-based. So how many people drink tea in the morning? Me. And how many people take vitamins in the morning? Me. So the cool thing is, this is all in one bottle. So it just makes it easier, and it tastes great. Our newest bottle, these are our promotional bottles. Our newest bottles will be coming out in May. But right now you can go to viewdrink.com. That's viewdrink.com, and get the powder packets. The powder packets have 42 of your essential vitamins for the day. They are so amazing for you. You can buy them in 2-week or 4-week time periods, because we want you to have them each day. And then you can get your daily and your post and pre-mixed packages right now, which is so healthy for you. Will give you so much natural energy. People always ask me if there's, you know, caffeine in here. Yes, there's caffeine in it from the green tea and the black tea in our different drinks, because we have 4 different flavors. So, you know, check it out. We'd love for you to get it. I don't think you're not going to be happy with it. They taste absolutely insane, and we're so pumped to have them coming out in May.
Awesome. So View Drink, if you guys are listening, it was created by the Gronkowski brothers. It sounds like it's an awesome vitamin T. They now currently have the powder packets you can buy online. I will actually go ahead and share a swipe up link today on social media and on our personal Facebook. That way you guys can purchase them if you are interested. The bottles will be coming out in May. I love how Gordie is holding up the bottles as we speak. He did mention that there is a little bit of caffeine, but it's not actually added caffeine. It's natural caffeine from the tea leaves itself. And what types of vitamins are in there, Gordie? I know you mentioned energy, so I would assume that there's some B vitamins in there and a mix of other stuff.
It's wild. So yeah, you have your vitamins A, C, E, vitamin K2, biotin, B12, ginseng root, theanine, ashwagandha, shoshana berry. Shoshana, I like that word.
Shoshana.
You know? But no, yeah, we have like 10 to 12 of your essential vitamins in each drink. And like I said, the powder packs actually have 42 of your essential vitamins. So we're so fired up. We just love putting like healthy stuff in our bodies. especially with everything going on right now, you cannot, take the opportunity to take care of yourself first. And that's what we're trying to do, is provide something that's out there that people can easily have on the go or take in the morning or with them, that's only going to help them live longer and feel better and have more energy and be more clear and focused throughout the day. So we're so pumped to come out with our new View drinks and powder packs.
Amazing. The Gronkowski brothers are, again, forever crushing it in the sports world, in the entrepreneurial world, just giving back in a number of ways with their family, whether it be through charity and helping out others, or just putting out great products like the Ice Shaker, View Drink. Gronk Fitness is always around, bettering people's lives, bettering people's fitness. So my final question for now, I guess, would be, what other projects do you guys have in the works? Are you guys currently working on anything now that you might be able to talk about, or any projects that you guys are thinking about putting out something new in the future?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing right now is our View Drink. That's what we're really focused on, or at least my team is, just because it goes so great with the Ice Shaker and Gronk Fitness. But we do have a huge charity something we're doing. I can't really say it yet because I'm going to let my brother announce it. Something really cool in Boston coming up. It's going to be really exciting. So I'm super pumped about it. I'm so happy with the Gronk Nation Youth Foundation that, the amount of money we raised, that we're going to be able to give back to lots of kids out here in Boston. So it's going to be super exciting when that does take place.
I'm so happy, again, that I had you on the BosBabes Lifestyle Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Brittany Baldi. Gordie and I have known each other literally for 10 years, so it's always a blast having you on here, whether it's in person, us hanging out with the homies. Literally, I love having you on this podcast because it's just free-flowing and fun. And to wrap up the show, I need to ask you about your game day eats. What do you enjoy eating with your brothers? What does your mom like to cook for you? What does Papa Gronk like to cook? Do you ever cook as a family? Hit me with your game day eats, Gordie.
So my favorite game day eats, it comes from Mama Gronk. It is my ultimate favorite, and the bros all know what it is. It's her homemade chicken souffle. No one knows how to make it like her. It's absolutely insane. And all our friends who have had it too, they're always like, dude, that is unbelievable. And then my mom follows it up with this appetizer, this buffalo chicken dip appetizer, that is just completely off the charts. And what makes it so much different than any other like buffalo chicken dip is that she uses Rudy's blue cheese from Buffalo, New York. Everyone uses like Ken's or some other stuff. Rudy's is the absolute game changer when making Mama Gronk's buffalo chicken dip. And that's my game day eats right there before every single game if I could do it.
Delicious. So big fan of Rudy's blue cheese. Apparently it's out of Buffalo, New York. For those of you guys that don't know, Rob and his brothers, including Gordie, of course, the whole family is from Buffalo, New York. So very cool that you love your mom's buffalo chicken dip. The chicken souffle sounds absolutely amazing. And that's cool that you have a specialty blue cheese from where you grew up when you were younger. So that's cool. You have that little twist. Positive Pop. You are such a positive light. Every room that this man walks into, people just like gravitate towards him. He has such a positive energy. So I'm sure you have some positive pop to share with the listeners. What is that positive pop?
Try to control what you can control and stay in your lane, because if you take care of your body and yourself first, you can take care of other people a lot longer. So I would say make sure you take care of yourself first. Try to control what you can always control. Don't worry about what other people think, because you're never really going to know what they think. So just stay in your lane, have fun, and do what you do to make yourself better so you can take care of other people. And that's all that really matters.
That is some excellent positive pop. Again, Gordie, I fully enjoyed having you on here to talk all about your family, some of the great companies that you guys are working on right now, and products that you have developed. You got the View drink out as we speak. Loved hearing all about the Super Bowl in Tampa. Loved hearing about all the charity work that you did while you were down there. Everything from the home run derby to the cornhole tournament that you crushed with Papa Gronk. You guys are absolutely slaying it both on and off the field, as you always do. I loved hearing you talk about the parade, the Super Bowl parade, of course. So I just want to wrap up the show. I, again, wanted to thank you so much. Hope to see you when I'm back in the Boston area at some point. Where can people follow you on social media? That way people can keep up with everything that you were doing. Gordie is very active on social media. He's always putting up fitness posts and stories and all types of great things. So you definitely want to follow him online.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's just Gordie Gronk, but make sure you spell it Gordie, because if you hit the DY, that's Papa Gronk, and he won't respond back to you because the guy just loves getting his following up with never going on social media. So Gordie Gronk, Gordie, Gronk. I think that's most of the handles for myself as far as, you know, Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. And then, you know, the biggest thing, if people can follow, you know, our new View Drink on Instagram, that would be amazing. And then we have Gronk Fitness. So Gronk Fitness on Instagram would be awesome as well. And of course, Ice Shaker when we were on Shark Tank. So pretty simple. You know, if you can follow us, if you can get some new View Drink powder packets and write a little review for us, I just know it's going to be great for your body, your health, your mind, your clarity, your focus. It's very inexpensive. Pop on viewdrink.com if you can, and please get some powder packs and write us a little review. We would be forever grateful.
Please obviously follow myself on all forms of social media at Brittany Baldi. And more importantly, thank you so much to the listeners. Please continue to listen to the BosBabes Sports Podcast. It's a very positive lifestyle sports show. We enjoy having amazing people on here like Gordie and other amazing guests. So stay tuned. We have a lot of amazing shows coming up this year, 2021. Gordie, thank you again. Keep rocking it. Keep slaying it. And I hope to see you in person soon. Keep crushing the game.
Keep being amazing. You're the best BosBabes host ever. Keep doing what you're doing, and, you know, inspiring people through all the charities and, you know, and all the people you bring on to keep them excited and motivated. So it's great to see what you're doing. So thanks again for having me on.